Hey everyone. So in this video, I wanted to bring to you a software that I use that's very helpful when it comes down to Airbnbs and trying to get more Airbnb accounts to clean. Pretty sure a lot of you guys heard about it, whoever hasn't. But you go here. It's actually called. Let me get to it real quick. It's called AirDNA. Hopefully you guys heard it. Let me just bring it out here. All right. So AirDNA is pretty much a software that you get all the data you want to get from Airbnb and all the NVRBO, and kind of just find out information in reference to all their statistics and everything like that. So let me just go here, and then we're just gonna select your country, wherever you're from. You can go. It just works anywhere in the world, as you can see. Anywhere you can click on it, and it goes to it. So right now we're focusing on US. Click on it, and then here you have a lot of information. So what you do is you go to just explore short-term rental data, and you put in. You want to find out if your city has a if you have a market big enough for you to make a business out of getting Airbnb rentals, or just to kind of see how does it work in your section. So let's say, for example, here we're just gonna go to um for Orlando. Orlando, open it up now. Here it tells you how's the market there, 65, which is a point system, which is good. And here it tells you how you get to that point. This is how much revenue a property makes around that area. This is how much, and this is very important, 64% occupancy rate in the past year. I guess that means maybe 20 days out of the month it's rented, or because it's 65% around there. So it's not bad. So 20% of the time it's rented. So this is your average daily rate. So then when you come down here, it tells you here how many listings. This is an estimate. How many listings are in Orlando? This is just Orlando, and it says almost 10,000 listings. Airbnb and VRBO. It tells you here percentages Airbnb, percentage of VRBO, and one is both. Which who has it listed on both sites? And then here it will tell you what's the average rent, if it's a one bedroom, one bath, two bedroom. It's very important because if you're looking for cleans, and here it tells you that two bedrooms and one bedroom are rented more than three bedrooms. So you'd be like, well, I mean, you're gonna get busier on the two and the one and the three, but these all three of them are pretty good overall. So it kind of gives you overall how many, and what kind of bedroom apartment sizes you're gonna have, or house size. And then the listing by rental type, meaning that if it's what's the most they rent there. If it's condos or people rent mostly homes, it's mostly homes. 80% of the rentals are homes. Then here, people stay mostly from 1 to 90 nights, or above that. What's the market? So here it's pretty even, but the most is 1 through 90. So at least 35% of that 10,000 listings rent, between 1 and 90 nights. This is a free version of AirDNA. It's free. You can just sign up for it and get it. Some stuff you can't get because it's pay for it, but we'll go into it in a minute. And then here it tells you what's the growth, how, if it's going up and down, the market in that area, and so on. And then it tells you here listings by minimum stay. So 42% of the listings is one night. People stay 2 nights, people stay 3 nights, 4 nights, meaning that out of the listings, people the most that stay is 2 nights or one night. Well, minimum. That's the minimum. But it gives you an idea of how many nights people stay, what's the most or the least people stay. And then over here you have a map. You open it up here, and it will give you everyone Orlando, by city. It tells you in Orlando which which ones are there, which ones not. Here's this Davenport, 83 in Davenport. It will say, you know, this many in Kissimmee and stuff like that, or the ratings pretty much on that area. You can click on those and go to those too if you wanted to, so you can see the other areas around. But if you go back here, after you look at the minimum stay, this is the part where I mainly focus on. You want to find vacation rental property managers that have properties here. They'll tell you who are the largest and the biggest. It's not the only ones. These are the ones that have the most. So you can write them down, contact them, see if they're picking up any more subcontractors to clean, and send them emails. Keep them on your site. Maybe you go there face to face because you want to take some of these because these are the big ballers that have a lot of the properties, and maybe you can get 10. If you do a good job out of 350, you can. If you get 10%, that's 35 properties. It's pretty good. 35 properties times whatever it is a year. You make the math and know how much money you can make out of it. But just I see it as a 10% rule. If you can get 10% of whatever you're doing, you're good at it. You get 35 here, 10 here, 9 here, 8 there, maybe 7 here. Hey, you're looking at 60 something properties, and then you'll make good money from there. But yeah, like I said, this is the main area you focus on. The 9 here, like I said, 64% occupancy rate, and this length of stay, you can upgrade if you want to see the booking lead time, length of stay, meaning that if you want to know what people mainly here, it gives you a kind of a ballpark. It says minimum is 1 night, minimum is 2 nights on 25% of the properties. But here, it will actually give you what's the if people are staying there 3 days, you know, half the people staying 3 nights. What is people mostly staying? Are they mostly staying 3 nights, 5, 7, which is a good thing to know because if you do 3 nights, if they stay mainly, let's say they stay mainly a week, 7 days, and your occupancy rate is 64%. That means that 25 days of the month is being occupied. That means that if they're only staying 7 days, at least 3 times in that month, that property is being rented and is being checked out, which every checkout means a clean. So that means you're getting between 2 and 3 cleans on each property. So let's say if that's the case here, I'm just saying I don't have a basic, I didn't upgrade to the basic plan. But if you do that, let's say you have 10 properties, that's 20 cleans a month minimum, on them. So that seems like a good thing to have. So like I said, you want to look at this, and if you're in Orlando, you look at there. If you want to look at Kissimmee next to it, you want to look at whatever area all around Orlando, you can do the same thing. It's a good tool to have to look at all the properties that they have around, like how many in total, what's the percentage. Obviously, this is pretty good, 64%. Some of them are 70, some of them are 80, and then he'll tell you here which months, right, growth revenue is here. So here, daily rate, annual revenue, and occupancy rate. So he'll tell you here, which months are busier than which. As you can tell here, February, March, and probably April is right here are the busiest. You know, I know that March and April are usually the busiest everywhere because it's like spring and spring break and kids come vacations. But so you can see there overall. So just wanted to share this with you guys. This is AirDNA. It's free, but if you want to get the basic plan, you can go ahead and get it. In the basic plan, you can see what's the like the revenue per house, apartment, entire place. You know, it's, the other thing you can do is learn this and learn your area and know which ones are busy, which ones are not, what's the going rate around the area. What's mainly people renting is 2, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom. Just so when you talk to owners, when you talk to managers, they kind of you sound excuse me, sound knowledgeable and sound like you know what you're talking about because they want to know that you have some experience. So you're like, yeah, in this area, the mostly busiest month for XYZ, then they'll kind of right there they'll know, oh, he knows what he's talking about. He knows that those are the busiest months, so he must know something about Airbnbs. If you just go in there wanting to get Airbnbs and have no idea about any of the stats or what's working around that area, it kind of gives them a not a bad impression, but they'll see it as well. He doesn't know too much, so maybe we shouldn't use him. Maybe he's just too new. And that was uh that was it with this. Like I said before, please subscribe. I'll be sending out more videos. Like the videos. Any questions, you put them in the comments. Also, we'll have links in there that you can check out of other stuff that we offer. Please don't hesitate to send any kind of comments. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.